Well, hello, my beautiful Librans. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with a little bonus reading all about you. I've already cleansed your space and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about to pretend to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings and I will never reach out to you personally to offer one. Also, I will never ask you for money, e-gifts, or donations. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Librans, this is your little bonus reading all about you. Us tarot readers, we tend to talk about money, love, career, but we never ask, how are you doing? So this reading is going to tap into that and see what is on the other side of whatever it is that you're going through at this moment in time. Also, I've opened up a second competition for 1 subscriber to win a free personal reading from me, but I'll let you know how to win that a little bit later on because some people are here just for the reading and I don't like to waste anyone's time. So let's get straight to it. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Librans? What do they need to know regarding their current circumstances? What are they going through during this moment in time? Can you please guide them for their highest good? Please illuminate the way. What are they meant to see at this time? Can you please show them the way? Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Your first card there is the Magician. So very potent energy of creation. You're someone who's very gifted, very talented, and some of you are looking at your energy levels at this time. You may have felt that they've been fluctuating. You may have felt that you've been trying to focus on something, but you may have been feeling a little bit drained. Some of you, I feel like yeah. 5 of Pentacles there. So you're feeling drained or you feel that something isn't going the way you'd hoped for. You're giving your energy to something. It's like you're giving all that you've got to something and you're trying to turn your circumstances around. For a lot of you, this could be financial, okay? Now, with that Magician energy, it tends to tell me that you are taking charge of something, that you are taking action to change something in your life right now. And it could be financial, but because we've got the High Priestess there as well, you are very intuitive. You are very skillful. You have natural spiritual gifts there that you could be looking at during this period. And some of you, I get an energy that you're holding everything together, that you are, putting a smile on things, even though you may be breaking inside or you may be going through something really difficult. It feels like you're keeping it to yourself at this moment. But again, we will tap into that energy. I do see that you're going to move past this, whatever this is that's been on your mind, that has been causing a lament or a sadness there. The 8 of Wands tends to tell me that you're going to move so past it, that you're going to celebrate that you came over the other side and you were triumphant. So I definitely see that good karma is coming your way. But also I see a lot of you are trying to reconnect to a part of yourself that you feel like you've lost touch with, because that 5 of Pentacles, it can indicate something's missing that perhaps you feel is inside, or maybe there's a missing ingredient from life that you feel hasn't shown up for you just yet, and you have been really biding your time or trying to make something happen, because your first card there is the Magician. So you're someone who is super focused. You are channeling a lot of your energy, time into, changing your life or making something happen in some way. And, you have all the resources available to you. You are enough to make these changes, and these changes will become your reality. Now, yeah, we've got the 3 of Cups as your outcome energy, which is celebration, success. So whatever it is you're going through right now, you're going to come out the other side and you're going to celebrate this. I feel like you're a very strong individual. I feel, some of you, you've strategized a plan, or perhaps you've mapped something out that you have to follow. And whatever that plan is, or whatever that blueprint is, shall we say, I feel like you are going to stick to that plan and it's going to work. Okay, so now that seems very vague, but whatever it is, it's something with the King of Swords in the past position. It's something that you've been thinking about, actioning, and it could be that you're brainstorming new ideas to keep life interesting, but also to find that missing ingredient. Or, I mean, with the Five of Pentacles, some of you, this could be health related in some way. So it could be that you're trying to maximize your energy at this time. You're gathering your strength to make some changes. And if you've been struggling with your health here, I feel like you have a very good support network. Some of you may make some adjustments in your everyday circumstances, and I feel there is someone who can help you. It could be a figure who's in a position of authority to help you if you've been going through something health related. For some of you, because there is a fluctuating energy of the moon, this could be hormonal based, or it could mean that there is too much of one thing in your body and not enough of the other. So I feel like there's a readdress of the balance going on there. Now, of course, I'm not a medical professional, so please seek proper medical advice there. But I feel that Five of Pentacles, even if you look up the meaning of the card, there is a connection to health there. So I feel some of you are more focused on your health at this time because you may be stepping into a milestone period in your life, and you're thinking more about how to, utilize your optimum levels of energy with the decade that you're perhaps in at this moment in time. So I feel you're just looking at basically your circumstances and trying to make some changes that benefit you long term. Now, let's get to your first card there. We've got the Magician card. So this is a very good starting position because it reminds you that you have the power of your mind. The power of thought is so important to you, okay? Especially since we've got the King of Swords in the past position. King of Swords is all about thoughts, and the Magician partnered up with it is thoughts becoming things. Your thoughts are becoming a reality. So that's why that Five of Pentacles there is to remind you that sometimes when we have negative thoughts, and they happen. We're all human. They pop in sometimes. We don't mean to, we don't want to, but sometimes they just pop in there. Sometimes if we focus on it or dwell in it, we can actually make it become our reality. It is almost like a self-prophesizing thing, or it can be that you're drawing this towards you because you're dwelling in that energy. So I see a lot of you trying to be a little bit more positive, trying to, really change your thoughts or change the inner critic. So a lot of you right now are focused on your mind. You're focused on the thoughts that you have and how potent these thoughts really are, and how you can have infinite possibilities to make your dreams and goals become a reality. So I feel, you have all the elements in play right now. So your starting position indicates that there is a lot of potential, a lot of promise going on in your reading, and you're affecting change. So you're going to see some magical changes around you at this moment in time. This is a card of alchemy, but it means that basically miracles are possible at this time. So if you're praying for something, because the Five of Pentacles in your crossing position, this can indicate that there is something missing from your life, or you've been going through some sort of struggle there and you've been praying for a miracle, or you've been going through some sort of hardship and you've been asking for a sign to show you that you're on track, that you are heading in the right direction. And the Eight of Wands indicates, yes, you're heading in the right direction. You're heading towards your goal and you will celebrate a win. So whatever this is, because it's going to be different for everybody, please apply it to your situation. The Five of Pentacles, of course, as you can see, some of those figures there or not in the best of health. So some of you, it could be that you are struggling with a health-related issue right now, but I do see that you could consult someone and they will set you on a path to healing, is what I see there as well. But also, some of you moving the health aspect out of this could be financial, that you are trying to keep your eye on finances, maybe keep a strict budget in play there, and you're noticing that your resources, because the Magician card is a card of resources, and you may see that they are dwindling, or you're seeing that perhaps items that you buy day to day, they're increasing, and you're just keeping an eye that your resources are not going as far as they used to. So it could be that some of you are thinking of new ways to either make money, save money, invest money, so that you can amplify your wealth. It is in the crossing position, okay? So that's really positive. It means you read the upright and the reverse. Now, the reverse of this particular card is more positive than the upright. It basically means that whatever you feel like you're giving out right now, it is going to come back to you, especially since it is partnered with that Justice card there. So there is some really great karma coming your way. Also, if some of you are out of a job, for for example, this signals a new job is coming on in and your hope will return and there'll be a recovery of your financial situation. For some of you, if you are retired at this time and you're just keeping an eye on pension pots, fluctuating, you may even be anticipating some sort of major economic change, and you may be worried because this is a card of worry, and it can indicate that actually, you are going to see that things fluctuate. That's the way things go. There'll be an up and a down of inflation, and I feel like, you will still be able to enjoy yourself in retirement. I see that you're going to make it work, and although you have the Moon card, which can indicate, things can feel uncertain sometimes, and none of us truly know unless our guides allow us to see what is there for the future. Like, for example, I can't read for myself, right? I can read for you. I can read for your energy. I can actually do a one-on-one with someone and really tap into what they're going through and what they are going to experience in the future, but I can't do it for myself. So, sometimes that level of uncertainty, I understand. You're like, oh, okay, I don't know how this is going to go, but I got to feel the fear and do it anyway. You have to intuitively be brought to the right decision. And I feel like you're making the right decisions for your life right now. So breathe, because what is meant for you, it will never pass you by, okay? Now, this is also a card that indicates that hope will return, okay? So if you've been really tested recently and you've been going through a lot, whether it's, with a person, because we have the King of Swords there, some of you, not all of you, but some of you may have experienced someone who was a little bit loose with the truth. Perhaps they even drained you of your resources. Some of you may have experienced someone who scammed you in the past, for example. Some of you may have experienced a person who, really invested in a relationship with you and then suddenly abandon the situation, because the Five of Pentacles can feel like an abandonment situation. Some of you may actually be looking at past situations where you experienced, right from childhood, where you experienced a level of abandonment, where you feel someone wasn't there for you, but you think about this person from time to time, and you think about how it influenced your life, how it pushed you forward to make a difference in the world, how it made you feel like you would never do what they did, how it transformed you, and also how it influenced how you operate in relationships, friendships, love. So I feel like a lot of you right now are looking at the things that you experienced that have been difficult, because this is a card of hardship, okay? But it is in a good position because it means your hardship will be overcome, okay? So whatever it is, I feel, intuitively you're moving through the right lanes, shall we say, in life in order to reach a goal and actually overcome this hardship and celebrate a win of some sort. Now, this card is on the earthly plane, which is the High Priestess. And this is about listening to your inner wisdom, okay? Of course, you can watch readings online. You can go to a personal tarot person, a High Priestess type person, especially with this card. Some of you may have actually booked a one-to-one with somebody, and, there's going to be some really sage advice in that reading, but ultimately you must always take your own advice, because your heart knows the way. Your inner instinctual knowingness will guide you to where you need to be. But this card can also indicate right now you're in a period of reconstruction in some way. You may feel a little bit in between worlds, like you're on autopilot in life, like, it's the same thing every day, and you're searching for something outside of yourself right now because you feel that there has to be more. So a lot of you are developing your spiritual gifts or deepening your connection to your belief system at this time and really paying attention. This card can be that you're observing quietly the way that the world is going, or perhaps you're watching someone who actually governs a society, because we've got the King of Swords there. So it could be that you're keeping an eye on world events. It could be also that some of you are reprogramming, things that you've learned in the past, because the King of Swords can be a card of, highly intelligent person who's learnt a lot of things and has a lot of experience. But some of those things, especially with the High Priestess there, you may want to unlearn those things. These could be patterns of feeling like you're not enough. These could be things that you witnessed in childhood that you feel have had a negative influence on your life. These could be, bad habits that you picked up along the way. We all have them, and it's really about reprogramming so that you can be your best self. So this card is really about looking at your history. It's, using the knowledge that you've acquired in order to inform now so that you can strengthen your future. Also, this card indicates a lot of you are developing spiritual gifts at this time, and you're gaining a lot of enlightenment. There's a lot of knowingness about you at this moment in time, so please listen to this knowingness. Instinctively, you know the way, and this information that you're being given at this time will help you move forward for the future to protect yourself and your family, of course. But also, I feel a lot of you may have felt that life has become pretty still, or you've had this desire to step away from things. Perhaps you've been going through a period of metamorphosis where you're getting to know yourself on a deeper level, and you've kind of withdrawn briefly in order to really get clear on something. Or actually, with the Devil card there, it could be that you're removing yourself from toxic situations, friendships that perhaps don't give back, people who bring you down or drain your resources, negative environments. I feel a lot of you are trying to just withdraw right now to deepen your connection with self. And sometimes when we go through that period of stillness, that is when suddenly the path appears. When we are feeling a little bit uncertain and we don't know the way, we check in with ourselves, and suddenly the first step appears, and you take it, and instinctively you're headed towards your goal, and you will achieve whatever it is that you're focusing on at this time. Now, the past position, we've got the King of Swords there. So this is a card of knowledge, and I feel like you have gathered a lot of knowledge. For some of you, this could be that, you've been in training. You've been putting your money into upskilling or learning something which will help you enter a higher pay grade. For some of you, if you are getting a qualification or certification, I definitely see success, and I definitely see you living a fruitful life, an abundant life, because your knowledge will take you to the top. And some of you may be actually learning in secrecy at the moment. You may not be telling anybody. You may be getting all this underway first before you share it with friends, and they will celebrate you. But I completely understand that working hard in silence at this moment in time is always the best, because whenever we tell something about what we're doing, it kind of takes the momentum out a little bit, because then it becomes an expectation. So for example, if I tell you I'm going to do something, then every time I see you, I'm reminded that perhaps I'm not as far along as I should be, or, I really got to get further doing that thing right now. I know I've been busy and I couldn't really do it. It almost becomes a chore rather than something I really wanted to do. And when you don't tell anybody what you're doing, you kind of just are excited to do it. And in your own time, it'll just happen because it's something you're naturally drawn to. And then suddenly you can reveal and say, I did this. So I feel a lot of you are in that energy right now as well. Also, the King of Swords indicates that you're a very protective person. I do see that your friends really value you as someone that they can come to, someone who is a good listener. But when you get this card, it's also about the strategy of life. So I feel like you're a very protective, very private person. But I feel for some of you, you're learning to open up a little bit more about who you are, what you've experienced. So there may be someone that you confide in over the next coming weeks, and they really appreciate that, because I feel they've got something that they want to share as well and get off their chest. And I feel both of you come together and realize that you're not going through the same thing, but there are similar feelings there. And there's just a camaraderie that together you can support each other, be there for each other, and it just takes a different spin on things as well. Now, with the King of Swords and the Five of Pentacles, I'm being drawn to the Five of Pentacles with this as well. So this could be a plan that you're mapping, or, you're strategizing the next move on something, or being decisive about how to change something that you're disappointed in. I'm actually being given an image in the water. I'm not sure if it's related, but I'm being given a reflexology map. Foot health. Okay, so this could be connected, of course, to all the organs in the body. So maybe it's something that you're having right now. Maybe it's something you're studying right now, or perhaps you're practicing it. It could also be that you're advising a person to take some reflexology. So maybe that's what you're doing, giving advice on this. But I feel it's relevant in some way. For some of you, it could be that you're just exhausted after a long, hard day's work or projects, or perhaps you tend to walk long distances. And I feel like pay close attention to your feet at this time, because I feel this is relevant in some way. So it could also help you with optimum energy levels there too. Now, moving on from that King of Swords, because I feel, this is the strategy, this is the plan. You've promised yourself to move forward on something, and the Eight of Wands indicates you will, and there is some really good news flowing towards you. This is a card of movement, things reaching a climax. This is you being in the flow, but it's also you gathering momentum, gathering all that energy in order to powerfully change your life in some way, and you're on the right course. I feel this is also about you reaching your destination, but also doing something that energizes you, okay? Because this is a card of energy, of flow. And if you have been struggling with energy levels recently, I feel you may discover the reason and you will course correct it, as it were. Now also, this reading's not really about career, money, or love, or any of those things. It's more about this sense of moving on from feeling low self-confidence or feeling like you're not enough, or that there may be someone in your past that, no matter what you did for this person, it was never enough. This person, they're quite austere, they're quite shut off when it comes to their emotions. I mean, because we've got a King of Swords, this could be a father figure, or it could be an absent father figure, or it could also be that there was someone that you connected to, and no matter what you did, it was never enough. And it may have filtered out in the rest of your life. I feel like some of you are processing the feelings and emotions that went along with that or go along with that. Because I feel a lot of the signs right now, it doesn't matter which sign, I feel right now, because we're all spiritually evolving and we're going through a major awakening, I mean, all of us, humanity, really are. This is a period of processing things. And in this process, I feel every sign, every human is pretty much realizing that their happiness is not tied up to another person, and that you're not responsible to make someone else happy. You're responsible for your own path and for how you feel about that path, and that happiness comes from within. But I acknowledge the fact that you want to make things right for another person, or you want to support another person. But ultimately, even if you give a person advice and they don't take it, that's not a personal reflection on you. It's a reflection on the person. They were always going to do what they felt was best for them. They just may be soundboarding. Sometimes when someone asks you for advice and you give your advice, and it's true, you're someone who's super honest, open, loyal, and they may not like what they hear. They may be asking you advice because they basically want you to validate what they really want to do deep down. So they're going to do what they want to do, no matter whether they are your child, whether it is your parent, whether it is a boss or a friend. Ultimately, they will always pretty much do what they want to do. And I feel some of you, if you're dealing with that right now, it's about acknowledging that you're not responsible for the actions of another. And I feel that they will make the right decision for themselves. But at the same time, I feel you, with that Three of Cups there, you can be there to support them regardless of the outcome, because you're a good friend. Okay, that's what I see there. Now, moving on from this is a card of ambition. So I feel a lot of you are, even though you may be feeling that you're a little bit on autopilot, you're looking for more exciting things to do, to bring a little bit more spontaneity into your world, to basically destination fun, because this card is a card of destination, where you're headed, and that Three of Cups is your outcome. So that's about spending good quality time with people that you really care about. The really important things in life, the simplicity of life. So I feel this is about you celebrating yourself, celebrating the people around you that are in your inner circle. And thank you so much. I'm so grateful. I'm being given a song now, and this is a song by a very famous person. It's by Madonna, and it's called Everybody, I think. And I'm being given a certain set of lyrics that are not linear. Okay, so I'm just going to tap into that one moment, please. Everybody, come on, dance and sing. Okay, you can turn the something upside down. I don't know what that is. Your body gets the notion when your feet can make the motion. Okay, so that's what I got. It went really muffled at one point, but obviously they wanted me to hear that, but I don't know. You can turn the... Oh, thank you so much. I'm truly grateful. My guides just whispered in my ear, you can turn your troubles upside down. So, okay. I couldn't hear that in the music, but my guides just gave that to me. So, Okay, so basically, this is either you implementing a little bit more song or music into your life to change your vibration. I mean, interesting that the song actually mentioned feet as well. So this is about maybe, I mean, it could be foot tapping, for example. It could be something to do with dance or music. I just feel it's to do with music, though. I feel this is about you changing your mindset, changing your mood, perhaps. So, yeah. Maybe that song is connected to some really good news that is going to come your way, because the last card that I picked up was the Eight of Wands, which is all about good news flowing towards you. So listen out for that song. I feel it's relevant in some way. Now, we do have the Strength card. It's in the near future position. So this is about you being bold and daring, doing something different, but it's also about self-care. So I feel with the Eight of Wands, a lot of you have been super busy, okay? And I feel life is going to get busier. But for some of you, and it's almost like I feel like you are stationary, okay? And there's lots of stuff whirling around you. So you may feel there's some change with time recently, that time is flying by, or you may feel that, you know, you're trying to live a life of stillness and peace, and it just feels like everything is swirling around you right now. Or maybe you feel that, you know, you're just on autopilot. Everything that's happening, you just know what you're doing. You take yourself from A to B without even thinking, but you've got a lot on your mind at the same time, and suddenly you're at your destination, and suddenly then you're at home, and suddenly it just feels like plot points of your life. Life is going to get a little bit more interesting and fun, is what I see there. And I feel it comes, there's a critical point. I feel something comes to a climax for you where you celebrate it. So either you've had some news that has made you feel a little bit, you know, cerebral in your head, a little bit lost, or perhaps struggling with something, and you've just been dealing with that news until such time as you get to a certain milestone or critical point, and then you celebrate because you're on the other side of it, whatever it is for you, and then everything gets better from there, because I see so much positivity, so much joy, so much happiness, and yeah, celebration is what I see there too. But with the Strength card, I feel like you've had to be strong for this, whatever it is. And this card also indicates that you've got this. You'll have all the resources you need to get through this. So whatever it is, this is a card of also self-respect. So some of you, I feel like you're learning about boundaries as well at this time. People who are around you, making sure that they know where they stand, but also making sure that people respect you and what you want in life and how you like to be treated. So I feel personally you're going through a lot of change, development, but looking at your journey to where you are right now. Of course, there's a little bit of thought going on regarding finances. And, you know, it's almost like you're preparing yourself with a strategy because you are aware that things could get a little bit difficult financially in the future. So I feel like you got a plan, or you are prepared, and as much as you can be. Now, we've also got the Justice card. Of course, this is a Libra card there. So this is about you, your advice to yourself in this moment. That's the position. And this is about you focusing on you at this time. Not in a selfish way, but it's like it's time. So you may have given a lot of yourself to your family, your friends, if you are a parent, for example. And I feel like some of you are making some adjustments to have me time now, to actually open yourself to thinking about what you like, what you want to do, where does your heart want to take you next. And this Justice card can also indicate that good karma is headed in your direction, because you're a good person with a beautiful heart, and I feel like you're due some good luck. Now also, this card can be that you've been making some adjustments. So whether it is health related, or whether it is some of you are relocating, it could be that you're signing contracts on a new home, new property, perhaps you're renting or purchasing. It could also be that you're thinking about going overseas. This is a card of, you know, contracts, legal documents. For some of you, it could be that you have been going through a legal case, perhaps a divorce, or maybe something going on with a previous employer or a neighbor. Whatever it is, I feel like you're coming through it. You're coming through the worst of it, and you will celebrate a win. It will be a fair outcome. So I feel there will be some balance to it, but ultimately you celebrate. Like there's a relief there that whew, okay, it's over. So whatever that is for you, it's over. And I feel this is the time to like move past this now, move on and live your life free of this, whatever this is. Now, the Justice card also can indicate that you are just trying to create balance and harmony in your life. You're protecting your peace of mind. And of course, this is about you leading with integrity, you being someone who is honest and true. You're choosing the right path for you. You're not adhering to anyone else's expectations. You're doing what's best for you. And I feel this is a period of staying on course to some degree. If you're making some changes, it's because you want to make those changes with this energy here. Now, of course, this card can also indicate that, you know, you are currently in the cause and effect stage of something. So what you do, there will be like an outcome. So you will influence something that you do. It's like the butterfly effect, you know, where how you respond to something is going to change an outcome. So I feel like some of you are changing your responses to certain things so that you can remain peaceful. You're not allowing people's stuff to infiltrate your mind or let anyone live rent-free in your head to worry you or annoy you, push your buttons. I just feel like you're in a more peaceful, or will be in a more peaceful state of mind where you have a little bit more command over your emotions. You're not allowing people affect you in the way that perhaps they used to, push your buttons, etc., etc. So I feel like you're a very strong person, and you have a lot of energy here with the infinity sign. So you may see the infinity sign over the next coming weeks or months. This is a sign for you that things are going to get infinitely better, and actually that there is good news on the way for you. This could be a logo, could be something you see on a billboard, could even be a piece of jewelry or something you find randomly spray painted on a piece of graffiti. So whatever it is, look out for that infinity sign, because I feel it is something that will be given to you as your omen that things are going to get better, okay? Now, we do have the Devil card, and this is in the external circumstances. So something around you has been toxic. This could be a person. I mean, it could be the world at large. There's a lot of like strange energy going on right now. It feels like the world has turned upside down, and things that we knew before just are just randomly weird now. It just feels just like alien to us. So some of us may be feeling like we don't know what's going to come next. But also the Devil card can be detachment from something that has been holding you back, especially with the Five of Pentacles. There could be someone who's been playing victim mode in your life, and you're like, okay, I'm not enabling that behavior anymore. So it's hard to detach from that situation or that person, especially if you really care about that person. But ultimately, I feel like you're allowing this person to just like do their own thing. Also with the Devil card, this is a card of like, okay, when temptation comes a-knocking, because it always does, you know, we're all human. There's a big old door there with the door knocker. Interesting, it's got like a lion on there, and you have the lion there with the Strength card. So this is about you being strong in the face of temptation. And with the Justice card there, it's like you're doing the right thing for you. So whatever it is that is your temptation, I mean, we could all have one, I guess. For some, it could be a chocolate biscuit. That's mine. For others, it could be a person. It could also be, you know, putting yourself in a position to earn loads of money. But at the same time, you know, there's a lot of pressure. And it could be something that's not very good for your health, perhaps. Or perhaps you're working long hours and you're not seeing your family or friends. For some of you, it could be an environment like your neighbor is really toxic. And you're like, okay, I got to get away from this. And you may be saving in order to move away from this circumstance. Whatever it is for you, I feel like you've identified the root cause, because the Devil card, it's not an evil card. It's about seeing things clearly where you're feeling stuck in your life, because even sometimes we build like a prison for ourselves. We build a life of comfort and luxury if we're lucky. And, you know, when we get to that position where we feel peaceful, sometimes we get a little bit bored, or we feel like, okay, I want a little bit more spontaneity, or I want something different, and we can feel just stuck in a routine of life. And that can promote, you know, feelings of restlessness, or, you know, it's almost like a constraint of our own binding sometimes. It doesn't have to be, but it's in the position of things outside of yourself right now. So I feel this card is you identifying, because when the Devil card shows up in a reading, it basically means you're highlighting where you feel stuck. You see to see the devil. If the devil doesn't show up in the reading, it means sometimes we're caught in an illusion and we can't see it. But because the devil has shown up here for you, you can see clearly what the problem is, and you're setting things in motion to change it. And I feel this is where the path begins. The path is being made clear for you to reach your goal, because as you see there's a clear path, right? And it heads straight to that Three of Cups, because it is above it on the Celtic cross there. So I feel the road you're taking right now leads to celebration. And there's a lot of success here, a lot of reward, a lot of sharing joy, excitement, and relief is what I see. But also the Moon card, it's in the fear and the hope position. So this can indicate that some of you are literally looking at fear itself. What are the things that perhaps have made you feel worried? What is getting in the way of you leading your best life right now? You're abolishing those things. You're literally going, nope, not allowing that to happen. You're feeling the fear, you're doing it anyway, and I feel like you're living a bold and daring life to do things on your own terms right now. You're not allowing that fear to stop you in your tracks. But also, as you can see, for some of you, there's always a wolf and a dog on the Moon card. This can be that you are choosing a path right now that is meant for you. One is comfortable because, of course, the dog represents loyalty, comfort, companionship, staying, where you are right now. And the wolf is a little bit more nomadic, a little bit more independent. So it's kind of like, can I have the best of both worlds? Can I be independent and free and do my own thing and be wild and daring and rewild myself in some way and go off and do things that are exciting, new hobbies, new experiences, new places, new faces? Or should I stay at home and be a little bit more domesticated, or, basically launch businesses from home, or stay put in my town, or, live with my family, or do whatever it is you want to do? You can still be independent in those circumstances, but I feel right now you may have a choice. So I feel like you have to make a decision, because that King of Swords is there, and with the High Priestess, this is you ruminating on a decision that you need to make, but you're going to choose the right one for you, and I feel you can actually have the best of both worlds. Also, the Moon card indicates your dreams and your goals, and they always say that if your dreams do not scare you, then you're not living that big, bold dream. You need to dream bigger. So I feel that something that you want to do, it feels like a monumental task, or whatever it is you want to accomplish at this time. It seems so much bigger than you right now, and that can feel a little bit scary. And even if you don't know what you want to move towards, or you don't know the destination or the goal, that can also feel uncertain and scary. But that's when you're about to have a major breakthrough and something really special comes through, and it's really exciting and rewarding. But ultimately, the outcome is abundance. It is joy. It is sharing that joy. A lot of you are going to be more successful beyond your wildest dreams, and actually you're going to share it with the people you care about. Also, that Three of Cups can indicate a relief after finding out some news where you're like, oh, thank goodness. I just feel there's an energy of things working in your favor. Sharing good news. Now, also, of course, the Three of Cups, it does indicate that, there will be better luck headed in your direction. Even when you apply this to money, it can indicate that there is either a windfall or there's some benefit there, an increase in your resources in a way. But also, I feel this is about simplicity. Who deserves to sit at your table when you're successful, and who was absent when you were struggling? So I feel right now you're looking at those things in your life, and I feel there's just something about this card that I keep feeling like friends coming over for dinner. So either if this is something that used to happen but doesn't happen anymore, I feel there's a return to those times. But also with that Three of Cups, I feel there's a togetherness, an integration. So if you're feeling a little bit lonely, a little bit lost right now, I feel some of you are going to be doing some things that perhaps you haven't done before. These could be hobbies. These could be joining groups of people to learn something. And these people will become your soul tribe. And there is a togetherness where people will come over and share a meal or share experiences. I mean, for some of you, this could be that you're thinking about going into a period of therapy to share your experiences so you could get it out and it be cathartic for you. And I mean, maybe the whole foot thing is more symbolic rather than it being about feet per se. Maybe it's about you taking the next next step on something that you've been thinking about doing for quite some time. But ultimately, I see a lot of joy and laughter in the future for you. I see that, yes, you've been struggling with something, you've been feeling tested. You may have felt that you don't have a resource or you don't have enough of what you desire at this moment in time, but you're turning that around and you're on the right path. Whoa, do you see that? Those cards just flip right out of the deck there. So I feel there is respite. Okay, so we have Flowing Moon. Okay, these are your final cards, and it says here, your dreams are beginning to take shape, effortless movement, allowing. So being in the flow, in the process of moving towards your destination. So I definitely see that some of you, it may be like destination unknown, but actually I feel the path will be made clear and you will really enjoy where you end up there as well. We've also got Autumn Moon. So this is all about flourishing. This is about you moving into a different season of life, perhaps with more knowledge, knowing a little bit more about yourself, what you're capable of, you know, diminishing doubt, getting rid of the inner critic, or at least controlling those thoughts. It says here, your planted seeds are ready to harvest. Plenty, abundance, ripe, and release. So that Devil card is basically releasing a lot of things that perhaps have not been so good for you or that you felt attached to for some time, but now you're seeing clearly, you're moving past these things so that you can enjoy life, or that you can enjoy what life has to offer for you. So I see some really great things coming your way. You may feel like you're in the midst of these difficult times, but the struggle is going to give way to happiness and joy, and it will be so worth it on the other side for you. I'm just going to go and get a trinket or a rune before we close. We have, oh lovely, we have the Angel Ball. So this is about being guided. You're protected and guided during this difficult time, but also I feel you really need to pay close attention to the infinity sign, because it is an omen for you regarding moving past difficulty and rejoicing that things went in your favor. And finally, we've got the Heart. So this is about listening to your heart. It's about letting love come into your life. I mean, this reading's not really about love, career, money, any of those things. But if you are looking for love, I feel like you're going to meet someone in a group of people where you just enjoy yourself. You're not actually looking for love at the time. You're just living your life and enjoying the moment. And I feel that's when love can come towards you. If you're married and you've been going through some difficulty with a partner, I feel that you and your person, you will move past this, okay? But I feel both of you may have been stuck in a routine and you are opening yourself up to do new things together. And I feel, there's a very deep love and friendship with you and this person, so you can salvage this relationship and move past these difficulties. But ultimately, I feel this is about you living your passions, setting your soul on fire, and doing more of what you love, okay? So I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates in that reading for you, my beautiful Librans. If you'd like to win a competition to win a free personal reading from me, all you have to do is write in the comments box below, "Love is the answer," and my guides will bring me to one subscriber to win that free personal reading. I will upload a video of that person's name, and you'll want to keep your notification bell on so it notifies you of that video when I upload it, and I will then connect to you to give you that reading. So thank you so much, my beautiful Librans, and love and light.